Hello.
Yeah, hi. Finally, you are here. I'm not sure how many people are watching us.
Yeah,
Uh, I think there's one of my friends out there, Rashmi, and your sister is there.
yeah.
Okay, there's somebody who has joined. I do not know who that is. Anyway, we'll talk about what we wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And I think this pretty little girl is right here, and she'll introduce herself, who she is, and where is she from, and like why are we here, what we are doing here. Okay, so let's start, Disha. Right, I've
Yeah.
already told your name.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
Disha Gupta. I'm 18 years old, and I live in Leeds in UK. And
Okay. And yeah,
yeah, we were just going to talk
you
about
can go
like
ahead.
my Sajok sessions with you.
Right. Okay. So, what you were suffering through, Disha, that you came to me, and why did you do these joke sessions with me? Talk about it.
So I have PCOS, which is sort of like a
Okay.
lifestyle kind of disorder, and my mum just sort
Right.
of came across your Sajok sessions and introduced me to you.
Right.
Just start me off
Right.
with
Right.
lifestyle and do a joke.
Okay. And so, what was your idea about it? Like, first time, I think we were discussing, we just
Yeah.
finished our session. So, today, okay, let me tell you this. So, today, we have deliberately did this thing. So, it was our finale day today.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was a long journey. It was almost for 15 days. And we decided to celebrate ourselves, the womanhood, and we decided to decked up, dolled up ourselves, and just to be here because we live far away, we live in different countries. So we baked healthy vegan cake and we had a
Yeah.
bite of it and we did the session. So I think we were also talking about because Disha had no idea about what the joke is, right?
Yeah.
And the first time she came to me, I could see that on her face. So I think Disha will tell this in an elaborate manner what she thought about it, and now what are her thoughts
Yeah.
about the joke session. Yeah,
So when I first heard about the joke, my mum just sort of said
right,
that it was something that you put stuff on your hand to help like different disorders, but they relate to different parts of your body. And I thought like like how is this going to work? Like what is it
right,
about? What's it going to be like? I'm going to be honest. I just said to my mom that like if you do it, I'll do it just for you. I'm not doing it for myself. Like I don't know if I believe in it or not, but I'll do it for you. But then after a couple of sessions with you, you really made me understand. It made me like explain the logic behind what we do, explain the scientific reasons behind exactly what we need to do. It just made me more comfortable. It made me like understand why I'm doing it, and it made me like
right,
believe in what I was doing as well. So and I like some of the things that you tell me, like the energy points, and I'd see the results after it, or like the sleep, and I'd see the results. I'd be like, oh, okay, so it actually does work. So
right. It is not something magical that we are doing, or
no,
there's not
yeah,
something super power or magical cosmic energy behind it. Obviously, that is there always, but there's a lot of scientific facts behind it. Why are we doing it?
yeah,
And we could correlate with it. Obviously, we can't discuss here in this live session what each of these joke points we did that. Also, Disha, would you tell about how your lifestyle used to be? Okay, before we started this session, especially at what time you used to sleep, or anything that you have seen in these many days. Okay, that has brought a change in your lifestyle, or overall as a journey. If you
yeah,
can speak about it, how it has been since the day one, and now today is the day 15th.
yeah.
So please share this.
So I had a pretty like terrible lifestyle. I used to sleep like not before 12 any night. Like 2 o'clock was my average sleeping time. Let's be honest.
Right, right.
And at weekends, I don't think I ever woke up before 11 o'clock on any weekend, like any
Right,
day.
right,
And then like during the days, I used to love my sleep. I used to sleep really late, but I used to love sleeping in and having late mornings and late nights. But since I was speaking to you and you sort of explaining like how lifestyle directly relates to everything, and just like the benefits of sleeping on time. I really like. I started sleeping at 11 o'clock at least. Like that's like the
Hmm.
latest. Um,
Right.
and waking up early as well. I started waking up like around, I don't know, maybe half eight, 8 o'clock, which is very, very early for me. And even
Right.
earlier, quite
Right.
recently, because of the yoga sessions being at 7 o'clock, even earlier. And I
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
at first I was just doing it because I was told to do it. I was like, I need to do it now. But
Yeah.
now I even start to get tired myself. Like around 10 o'clock, I start thinking, right, I need to go to bed now. And then just waking up early, it just brings like a sense of routine into my life, and it just like gives me something to look forward to in the morning, like a structure to my day. Like having these
Absolutely.
little
Absolutely.
um, things to do in the morning is just like it makes me realize that I've got the whole day ahead of me.
Okay,
So
would you
I
talk
really,
about the morning
yeah.
stuff? What you do in the morning? The morning
Yeah, so like
changes that you have.
new
Yeah.
new things that I do in the morning is like the having some like lukewarm water, for example, when you first wake up. And the gratitude part. This is one thing that sort of like is really really stuck with me actually. Like since the first time I did it, I just loved it. Just expressing your gratitude for things that you overlook in life completely. Like it just starts your day off with such positivity, and you feel so relaxed in a way, in a sense, and motivated at the same time, because it's like you've learned, you realize that you've got so much to be grateful for in life that you don't want to waste it. You need to like get on with your
Right.
day and like make the most of it basically. So it's just
Also,
really good
Nisha,
to
I feel most of us, as we have discussed, we don't pay much attention to it, right?
yeah
We never did.
no
We never pay attention to it, especially the gratitude part. And if we started doing the gratitude part, I think we discussed this in one of our sessions. Like there are endless things to be grateful about. The list just goes on and on and on, and there's no end to it, right?
oh yeah
Also, about the food part, Disha.
oh my
So
god
I think you need to tell, especially about the vegan part. So I think you were off dairy or off milk-based products before we started the session. So it kind of made easier for me to
yeah
not make you understand how dairy products are not good for you, especially when we talk about PCOS, as I
yeah
have told you that it is because of the hormonal imbalances, okay? And we'll talk about in brief what PCOS is uh, after some time. So start with your daily routine of the food that you intake. Also, what changes you have brought in your food. Okay. So please put some light on it.
so if I start with the whole being vegan thing, um
Yeah.
my New Year's resolution was to cut down on dairy, but it was absolutely not
Yeah.
with health. It was completely because I've become quite like environmentally focused, and
Yeah. Right.
that dairy products just really aren't that great for the environment. So that was my like main
Mm-hmm.
motivation to cut down on dairy. But since speaking to you, you've sort of made me understand
Mm.
how like you made me understand like the absurdity of like why do humans actually drink like cow milk? No other animals
Right.
drink any other.
Right. No other species
Why,
on this planet.
yeah, why do we do that?
Right.
So that's one of the main things, and you just made me understand that like why being vegan is actually better for me. Like even though
Right.
I'd left dairy, I still ate chicken and egg before like these sessions, but now like my
Mm.
egg and my chicken is very limited. Like I don't think I've had it in a long time now. I'll only have it if I really
Yeah.
crave it someday. Um,
Mm.
but you've really made me understand like um why I should do this and how it'll benefit me.
Okay. Also, Disha, I think we also discussed about how each of our food items, okay, impacts majorly on our thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Right. And did you see the change in your thoughts and your energy levels since you have started eating healthy, since you have started making changes in your diet?
Yeah.
Do you see any change in yourself within your body?
Yeah, like definitely when I eat healthy, I just feel so much better, so much lighter. In fact, like
Right.
I might still be very full, but um, I'll feel much lighter in me. I'll feel like I've eaten I've eaten such something that's so good for me, even though it tastes just as good. Because, like, you know, sent me such like yummy recipes that give me such like delicious food, but it's so healthy.
Something like we did today, this
Yeah,
cake,
this cake. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm making all these audience or all these people who have joined us jealous a little bit that we had our share of
Yeah.
vegan cake here. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. Also, I think with the emotional part, okay, that is the more important part, I think, which took both of us a lot of time to get into, because I feel that initially, like I was discussing with you a while back, that when we started and when I asked you on the first day, Disha, do you feel there's something wrong with the emotional part, or is there something that you're not able to figure out? And you just said that no, everything is okay with me, just that I have PCOS and I'm a little bit overweight, and yeah, these are the issues that I'm facing, you know.
Yeah.
And then we got ahead with the sessions, okay, and when we try to go into the depth, when we try to dig deep into our emotions, so what did you come across? Okay, what did you find? Is there something that you could share with the people out there?
I think like one of the main things I understood was that I didn't understand my emotions. I didn't pay them much attention actually. Like I just didn't think that I didn't think that they were this important. I didn't think that like I was going through anything that's like affecting me or anything. But obviously after
Mm-hmm.
speaking to you and after like you were so like friendly about everything. You were so nice to me. You made me feel like I wanted to share things with you. That like
And also on one of these sessions, I asked you to cry, right?
yeah.
I think you got emotional.
Yeah.
And I was telling this to Disha that, like, I think if there would have been somebody on my place, most of the people, that is what they do. They kind of console you or try to make you feel that it's not okay to cry.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was there on the opposite hand. I was telling her it's okay to cry. Cry it out as much as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, we are about to done with the session, and then you can go to your mom. You can cry as much as you can. You can even punch the pillows, whatever you want to do. You can even shout, whatever you want to do. Just take
Yeah.
out these emotions which you are suppressing from all these years. You know. So I think emotional part was the most tricky part, because I'll just put some light on PCOS. I think what I've already discussed with you, Disha, just for the people, there are only 5 people, I'm sure, a lot more people, because I was off Instagram for a long, long time. I'm sure this is going to go on my feed, and a lot of people out there, they are going to watch it, maybe in coming few weeks. So when we talk about PCOS, as I said, that we have ovaries, we women have ovaries, and it is known as polycystic ovary syndrome. Okay, and what happens is poly means multiple, manifolds, and cyst means there's some kind of cluster there. Okay, so that develops because our hormones are not getting produced in the optimum amount. Okay, so the progesterone and estrogen, it keeps on increasing, or there's a disbalance between estrogen and progesterone. That's what happens. So in simpler words, there's a lot of functionality between our emotions. That is what happens. And a lot of women who goes through hormonal imbalance, okay, what happens is they are not able to figure out their emotions specifically. Also, Disha, there's one more thing I really wanted to talk about is about saying yes and about saying no. Okay, when to say yes and when to say no. This is something I think we discussed about, because I have seen with a lot of women out there, because I've dealt with most, Disha is very young, she's only 18, okay, and most of the women who go through such things is mostly maybe late 40s or mid 40s. But nowadays, PCOS is becoming really common. It's like 1 out of 10 girls are going through PCOS or PCOD. Okay, and this is something which I told Disha, that the emotions play such an important role, and we keep on suppressing. Okay, and the majority of part I've seen these women who go through these hormonal imbalances. Most of the time they say yes every time. Okay, to anything. Okay, they do not give priority to themselves. This is what they do. And when I asked Disha, she said in an affirmative tone, okay, that she used to say yes most of the times. She wasn't a no person. So I'm saying she wasn't a, okay. Now she's going to be a no person. So tell me about it, Disha. How did you realize that with the pushover thing that you talked about, in one of these sessions? So please share something about it.
I think I was like a very I was a really big like people pleaser. I just I used to just love I loved not I wouldn't say attention from people, but people like just making people happy and doing things that they want to make them happy. But then I think like after speaking to you and after understanding like how it's like affecting me, because a lot of times it's things that's like if it was just me, I'd be like, no, I don't really want to like do this, and then it's just like little things like that that I now need to realize that I need to stop saying yes and stop just constantly making other people happy and focus on myself more.
Absolutely, because I feel yes is overrated, and no is underrated. Saying no is underrated. A lot of people want to say no most of the time, okay, but they kind of suppress themselves, or they kind of do not give priority to themselves when it comes to saying no. So I think it's really important to say no most of the times rather than saying yes and just not giving priority to your emotions or what do you feel from within, okay? So this is really important. Also, I really want to appreciate Disha. I have many clients out there, but why did I want Disha to be here particularly? It's because she's very young, first of all. Okay, she's one of my youngest clients out there. Also, she has been so disciplined. For all the women out there who are going through PCOS, it's very difficult for you to feel motivated to do something about yourself because you're not giving the worth to yourself or creating a value about yourself. So this is really important to feel motivated, okay? And I think somehow that's why Disha attended these sessions, because somewhere she needed a motivation for sure. But a majority of credit goes to Disha, what she did with herself, because I was there only for the guidance part. I just only told her, Disha, this is the section where you need to mark these points, or this is the section where you need to do this, or the heat therapy, whatever there was in the Sujok therapy. But it was her who did it, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you here is, all of you, whoever has joined, that we are the ones who can only tell you that you need to do this, okay? We can only guide you. But it's you who are going to put that intention. It's you who is going to put that effort to make yourself healthy. So I think Disha did the majority of part, and if she could do this, okay, at such a young age, I'm sure that all of you out there, you can be motivated just looking at this girl, If she can do it, because it's very difficult, and also being a teenager, because you have so many emotions going down inside your body is changing, there are certain developments that are taking place, but still managing those things and also going for this thing particularly, to feel motivated about it. So Disha did majority of her work, and she did a great job. I never expected her to be this much disciplined, this much regular with the sessions, and she never skipped a session, not even once. She was there on time with everything. She used to follow everything. And for me, the best part was when her mom told me about this, that she has seen such a major change in Disha. And if one of the parents is saying this to me, I think my work is almost half done. Also, Disha, I just want to put light on, I think when we started, your menstrual cycle was on at that time, your chumps were on. And as we know in PCOS, like there are certain months we don't get our menstrual cycle, okay? And then like maybe after a few months, it could be 2 months, it could be a month, okay? Then we get that. Also that menstrual cycle, the spotting is there, or the flow is not that heavy, okay? So I think also one of the magical part was when we started with the therapy, okay? I think I asked you, how was your flow the last day? right? And it was really heavy. The next day, we started with the red color therapy when we did that. Okay. So did it happen for the first time?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And I think it was only the third day of our session.
yeah,
It was second or third day, as far as I remember. And I was myself surprised. Like, I know this therapy works wonders, and that is why I wanted to learn this, and that is why I'm making people understand it, what it is all about. But it was very magical to see the effect in just the third day. We just started with the sessions. Also about yoga part, do you want to say anything about yoga? I like it's too early to talk about it. I think we just started our session.
yeah.
It's been just few days, you know. Do you want to talk anything about it? How do you feel? Do you like doing yoga, or what ideology you have about yoga? Anything about that?
I think when I first like started my sessions with you, you know that like I I don't really like yoga. I didn't like yoga.
Right,
I'd never tried it, but I was always like, no, I don't really like it. I don't want to do it, kind of a thing. But obviously, it's only been
right,
2 sessions, and I'm still waking up like at 7 o'clock to do my sessions with
right,
you.
right,
Um,
right.
so I know I definitely feel motivated once I do the session of yoga, and it makes me feel happy afterwards.
Yeah, it's too early to ask right now. I'm sure we are going to get there. The journey has just started, and there's so much more that we are going to learn, or I'm going to make you learn. I'm also going to learn from you, because every individual is different and there's so much to learn from. Also, Risha, I think this is the last thing that we are going to discuss, and then we are going to put this session off, because I just wanted you to bring here to talk about it. Also, just put some light on about body image, how I think there was this one section where we discussed about how you used to value yourself, or used to value your body, or you being as a person from other people's perspective, especially with the body image part. Okay, I think we discussed about it in length when we discussed about it. How, like, even with the models part, or they were like, even with myself, I gave you my example. I had certain body issues when I was growing up. Okay, when I was at your age. So, is there something do you want to tell to the world or the women out there? Because I'm sure there are many women out there who are going through this. They also have this overweight issues, okay, and how do they feel when they look at the mirror? So is there something that you have felt a change within you, the way you look at yourself? Is there something that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think like definitely. I think it's very easy for us in our generation to like look at social media and then start feeling down about yourself, because everything on social media is
Right,
so perfect. Everyone you see is so perfect.
right,
Like, but obviously they're actually not. Like if you speak to them, or if you get to know them, they themselves also have the same like body image issues and stuff. But I think, yeah, one of the things you just definitely help me understand and help me see was that like only like you don't need validation from someone else. Only you yourself have to like um appreciate yourself and appreciate how, as long as you're healthy, then it doesn't matter how
right.
you look. It's how you feel that matters.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we have discussed most of the things here, Disha, and obviously we can't discuss everything about PCOS in just one session. So it's just that I wanted people to know, if there's an 18-year-old girl who can be so disciplined about her lifestyle. She was the one, as I've told this before as well, I just did the guidance part. She was doing most of the things. So also, when it comes to mainstream medical healthcare, they'll always say with such things, like if you Google about it, and this is what young generation kids do nowadays. I think Disha also told me about this, that the first time she got to know, she just Googled it, She just searched about it, what PCOS is all about, and how, whether there's a solution to it or not, whether it can be treated or not, is there a treatment available or not. And she felt really bad about it because there was no treatment. She cried for a while, and then she was okay. And then she was like, okay, fine, I have to live with it. Okay. But I'm sure now your notion must have changed. Now
Yeah.
you know, right? You're going to get healed. Okay. And it is not going to be a lifelong thing. Okay. So is there something at the end you want to say to the audience? We are just about to end the session. Is there anything you want to tell, the change that you have felt from within, or the similar kind of problem if any women out there is facing? Do you want to give any message to that woman out there? Any message you want to say, anything if you feel like? Otherwise, we'll end the session. It's okay.
No, I just think the main thing is like you just got to like appreciate yourself more than anything else. And then when you do that, like, I think once you do that, everything else will come to you. Like you will actually start making a change if in your lifestyle or anything until you like appreciate yourself.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, I think on one of the days you were telling me like now how you feel just happy. Okay, you just feel good about yourself because there's no particular reason behind feeling happy or behind feeling peaceful from within. Okay, so I think this is one thing that we also discussed in one of these sessions. So I don't think so. Like we did up today, not for the live session only, but we planned this way back. That this is how we are going to do our finale session. We are going to do the makeup. We are going to dress up, and we are going to come on the live session thing. The otherwise we do on Google Meet, and we'll just celebrate ourselves. So for celebrating yourself, you really don't need a reason. Okay, you can just do it just like that without any reason. If there's a reason behind your celebration, then I don't think so there's value to your celebration or your celebration means anything, right? Yeah. So I think we are done, Disha. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for discussing your journey, what it has been. And I feel lucky equally at the same time for you being one of my friends, not only because you were so disciplined, but you were so receptive with whatever I told you, whatever I explained you, and you took everything so positively. So I think that made my work a lot easier. So this is something that I'm really grateful for. And I think we are done with these sessions. And
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prisha. Thank you so much. And I think we'll come again sometime once we are done with the yoga sessions, once we are done with everything, we'll come again and we'll talk about something else. So let's finish the session, right, Disha?
Yeah.
Is it okay with you? Okay. So I'll just call you up and we'll discuss about tomorrow's yoga session, whenever we are going to keep it. Okay. All right. Bye, Disha. Take care. Bye.